Very cool. Thanks again, Berto. All right, Michael, it's all you.
All right. I'm going to turn on English now. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We have one person with us here on the Zoom and a number of people that have been in and out of the Facebook Live. There's a famous revolutionary phrase in Spanish that says, "La lucha continúa." The struggle continues. And everything about the past 3 words, the past 3 years embodies those 3 words. In 2018, we faced unprecedented civil unrest in Nicaragua, and we managed to continue our work there while expanding our programming in Peru and Dominican Republic. The hard work that we put in at the end of 2018 to improve our programming in Peru and Dominican Republic enabled us to host a number of groups in both of those countries in 2019, while at the same time advocating for the return of our teams to Nicaragua, which brought us into late 2019 and early 2020 with a number of groups forecasted for all 3 countries. We don't need to rehash the events of March of 2020 with the beginning of the pandemic. And we know that each and every one of us in some form or another has been impacted by those events. We've lost friends, colleagues, collaborators for our projects. And at the same time, we have not lost hope. Hope that we can, one second, I'm going to let these motorcycles pass, very loud motorcycles. Hope that we can continue to break cycles of poverty. Hope that we can continue to work hand in hand with communities in Nicaragua, Peru, Dominican Republic, and make significant change and build pathways out of poverty. This past year has been like a 10-month long, 11-month long rainstorm and waiting for the sun to come out. We've had to, for the 3rd consecutive year, not have raises for our staff, limit our program budget increases. We've had to move money from one place to another in order to keep our programs up and running. But every month, we manage to overcome the obstacles that are set forth. But with each and every passing month, that task is becoming more and more difficult. We have light at the end of the tunnel. We have a group coming to Peru in December. We have the exciting new program of FNE Explore that'll be visiting us here in the Dominican Republic, where I'm talking to you from today in January. And we see positive signs that are leading me and the rest of our team to believe that 2022 is going to be a better year. But with that said, now more than ever, we need more monthly support. We need more large donors. We need more people involved. We need the hundreds, maybe thousands of volunteers that have been a part of what has made FNE such an incredible organization over the past decade to come back and give what they can. And I know that many of you are struggling in ways that you never imagined you would struggle. But keep in mind that for just $5 or $10 a month, you could be making an impact that is unimaginable in the developing world. So, in all honesty, things feel bleak and things feel very, very, very much like we're on the precipice. But we've been here before and we've overcome. And with the incredible team we have at FNE and the incredible dedication that our board members have had, our board members have, and with the push that they continue to make to help us get over this hump and on to the next page of the book, I feel like we can do this. But again, it's going to require the support of our community partners, our donors, our fans, and our board. And so I invite you to join in solidarity with the journey that we've been on this past decade. And now is the time that we need to think about working together. Now is the time that we need to think about how we can pool our resources. And now is the time that we need to put our differences aside and work towards the common good. And the common good is eradicating poverty in the developing world, specifically Nicaragua, Peru, and Dominican Republic. Our objective is to make ourselves obsolete. And I felt like we were getting closer and closer to that in 2018. But now we're kind of back close to square one. So all of the energy and all of the effort we've put in over the past decade needs to come back and build again. We need to continue to build the movement. We need to rely on the past and the foundation that we've sort of built, the goodwill and charity that we've built amongst donors and amongst our community partners to ensure our survival, to ensure the longevity of our projects, and to ensure that we can continue to provide the services that are so critical in the developing world. I wished I had more positive news, more sunshine and lollipops, which is generally my tact in these kinds of talks. But the facts of the matter are is that we are in a difficult place right now, and we need your support. We need to ensure that Salud para Todos los Niños can continue to grow and serve the countless kids with disabilities and congenital birth defects. We need to ensure that kids have access to scholarship money so they can continue their education and have a future. We need to ensure that the kids in La Romana get the school that they so desperately need. We need to know that the programming in Peru with healthcare, with the eco toilets, and our new housing program in the Sacred Valley are going to be able to take root and expand. So please consider walking with us. Please help us to get our legs under us again so we can once again run. I want to take a moment now to thank several of our partner organizations. We are the fiscal sponsor for Nika Love, which is a animal welfare concern based out of New Hampshire that works in all over Nicaragua doing spay-neuter clinics and animal rescues. Want to thank Grupo Phoenix, based in Totogalpa in northern Nicaragua, that does an incredible amount of projects with women's empowerment and sustainable energy. We are soon to be adding a third organization that we fiscal sponsor, Esquimikita Love, also an animal welfare organization based primarily in the San Juan del Sur area. And through the work of those organizations, we're getting a 10% of their donations, which helps us cover our administrative costs. I want to thank our really phenomenal board, and specifically Veronica, who is always willing and able to give her time, whether it's through interpretation or making a video or helping me edit something. And knowing that we have people like her on our team makes this work a lot easier. We have Travis and Ben, who have kids and always manage to find time to help us out. We have Jerry, who's one of our most recent board members, who has come on and really taken the FNE Explorer program under her wing, or 2 wings. I don't know how many wings she has. She may have 3 wings. And you know, Jerry, I've known Jerry for more than a decade, and it's fabulous to have her as a more permanent part of our work, and we're thrilled to have her. Nairobi, here in Dominican Republic, yesterday traveled with me to La Romana on her day off, and her efforts to help us build the cleft palate surgery mission that we're trying to put together have been very much appreciated. Alyssa is our Nicaragua country director, and while the position hasn't quite evolved the way we wanted to, it's through no fault of her or our own, and I hope that 2022 is going to enable us to really allow that position to come into its own. And I've saved maybe not the best, sometimes she's the best for last, with Cheryl, who, even though she's no longer a member of the board, is the one that is constantly available and constantly willing to pitch in, whether it's reading the treasurer report, keeping us on task with the next big thing, or giving a workshop in Peru with Jerry a couple weeks back. It's amazing to have people that are dedicated to this cause. And you know, we have others, Amanda, who's not here with us today, Katie, who's our treasurer, is not here with us today, who have continued to give what the time and what they can. And I think that means a lot. And on our Zoom today, we have a former college classmate of mine, Meg McGoldrick, who is a monthly contributor, has been a big advocate for our work, and continues to try to help us build networking to find new donors and new opportunities. And we need more people like Meg, who are sharing and spreading the word of what we do, who are not just liking our posts, but giving of their time and their money, and encouraging others to do the same. The pieces for our success are here on this call, listening on Facebook, in our communities in Nicaragua, Peru, and Dominican Republic. And we ask that if we can just get some help in putting them together, we can build the dream that we have. We can build more homes, offer more scholarships, help those that are most vulnerable break out of the cycles of poverty, and begin on a journey towards success in their lives. So allow us to continue our struggle, to move forward, to break the chains of poverty, to break out of the difficulties and obstacles that are involved with living in the developing world, and help us work together and help us get to where we need to be the FNE we want to be and we can be. So our board, our donors, our community sponsors, our volunteers are all part of that equation. Spread the word, share with your friends, encourage people to get involved. This is a fantastic organization that has worked very hard over the past decade, and we want to continue working for 10 or 20 or 30 or 50 years more. In 2008, I decided that this is what I wanted to do with my life. And all the people that are with us today have been a part of that journey, and we need more people to join. So thank you so much. Please consider becoming a monthly donor. Please consider engaging with the work we do. Please, if you're a musician or an artist, consider becoming a part of the next big thing. A program that we started a little over a year ago during the pandemic with monthly podcasts and live streaming music on our website. We were supposed to have a show next week, but because of the travel schedule I've had over the past 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to have to postpone maybe till the beginning of next year. But it's an incredible resource. We've interviewed musicians and authors and actresses and community activists. And we want to share the mission of others because this work isn't about any individual. It's about the greater good. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening. And we hope to see you in one of the 3 countries that we work in soon. It's going to get better. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you, Michael. Go ahead.
No, so I guess we want to open it up for questions that people could verbalize. We have one person that could verbalize here on Zoom, or we can have typed in questions on Facebook. Somebody can monitor that, or so if there are any questions or people want to know any more about what we're doing, this is the time to ask. Also an opportunity for anybody else that might want to say something to say something.
While we're waiting for any questions to come in, I just want to invite people to take a look at our most recent newsletter. The FNEI newsletter is back. You might have received it to your inbox or email inbox if you are on our mailing list, or if not, it has also been published on our Facebook. It was come up as published by MailChimp. So please check that out if you're looking to see more details about what's been happening the past few months in each respective country, in Nicaragua, in Peru, and the Dominican Republic. Are there any other board members that would like to share something?
Hey, Alyssa, this is Trav. I would just add that, you know, with everything Mike said, and certainly hoping that we're able to resume some of our normal operations. I think, you know, looking at TNBT and other things we've done to get creative, doing virtual trainings and sessions in country, there's tons of ways for people to get involved in a volunteer capacity. So just really want to emphasize that, you know, partnering with FNE doesn't mean simply donating or simply being a board member, but there are numerous ways we could work to engage and incorporate folks, you know, knowing that unfortunately travel is still a difficult thing to do these days. So always looking for folks to get involved really at any level and in any capacity.
Yeah, just to continue off of that, Travis, to give a few examples, you know, I like to hear examples help me to kind of visualize what that could really be. So we have, for example, you know, volunteers that support us making of our social media accounts. We have people who are helping us with the back end of our website. There's another wonderful girl who's helping us with a little bit of consulting for a budding nutrition program that we're investigating if we can do a pilot of. So we have people involved in something, a way that's very, tangible for them, contributing something that doesn't necessarily rob them of a crazy amount of time, but they're able to give us something that really supports our programs piece by piece. I also want to, give a few examples of the ways in which, we keep referring to these, $5 or $10 pieces of support, and, just, working here in Leon every day. That $5 or $10 could mean, a snack to provide, an activity for kids at the library for the entire group of kids. That $5 could be the gasoline that we need to get to one of the schools in a different sector of the community to host an activity or a workshop. That $5 could be all of the printed materials and, office type of supplies that we need to do a training with the scholarship students. We're really not exaggerating when we mean that a little bit goes a long way. So if you're curious to know anything, any more details about kind of, what we can do with your support, whether it's financial or whether it's your time and talent, please do not hesitate to reach out. I think we're about ready to conclude our annual meeting. That was Michael. Would somebody like to wrap us up here? I'll say goodbye at the same time.
Yeah, I think you're ready to wrap up, and thank you all for participating, and we hope to see you all soon. I'm just going to say the word folks because I want to hear later how Veronica interprets the word folks. Folks. How does that get interpreted? Does someone want to type the word folks in Spanish to me? All right. Well, have a great Sunday. Thanks for being a part of our work and our effort. Thanks again to our board, present and emeritus, our team in Nicaragua, Peru, and Dominican Republic, and to all the donors and volunteers and people that make this a reality. And we'll see you again soon. And remember, if you ever want to be involved in our calls, want to get more involved in our work, drop me an email, drop me a message. We're always looking for more involvement, engagement. So have a great rest of the weekend, and take care. Peace. We're out.